Rosie. I love your dancing TikTok movies. Seriously. I mean, you cannot dance and your choice of music is horrible, but I just like watching you. Oh my God, this sounds so bad. Welcome to the Rosie and Roula show. Marhaba.
G'day.
Is this now the time to talk about menstruation pain? Or is
Why
it too
not?
much drama?
Really? When is anything too much drama for us, Roula?
Yeah. Okay, so it's on my mind because when I was younger and a teenager and before I moved to the Netherlands, I had extreme menstrual pain.
Mm-hmm.
I really couldn't stand. I had to take heavy medication to calm the pain. My legs hurt. My knees felt so weak and I couldn't stand up. Lower stomach pain, lower back pain. It was agonizing for 2 days. And everyone back then tells me, the older people, women, of course, telling me, oh, when you get married, the pain will go away. And I'm like, what do they
What?
mean when I get married, the pain will go away? And then I grew up and I understood maybe they mean when I have sex. Okay. I had sex, they didn't know. The pain didn't go away. So I'm like, what do they mean?
Why would the
Maybe when I
pain
have
go away?
children. And yes, it's gotten less after children, but the whole menstrual pain changed into something different.
Interesting.
What's your experience?
That was awful. I think I got my period when I was 13 and was just unbelievably heavy, unbelievably painful. Like I would collapse from the pain, sort of painful. And it's just sort of not spoken about. It is more so now, but it's just accepted. Periods are painful, and if you complain about it, you're just a wuss. Like, get over it.
Yes, period pain is painful. You're not the only one on earth who have this pain, so just get on with your day. The problem is the pain is so paralyzing sometimes. As you said, you barely can, like, you want to go in the fetus position, and sometimes the medicine, the painkillers that we can buy on the countertop or a shelf, they are not strong enough. And my experience is that no one really take the pain seriously to give a strong painkiller.
Right. Doctors are dismissive.
Yes, again, and this idea that, but everyone have menstruation. Why do you feel different? Why do you have to take heavy medicine? Because the pain is it's painful. And honestly, well, I don't like to use the word honestly because I'm being honest all the time. No white lies today.
Honestly, yeah.
The thing is, when I gave natural birth without painkiller, this is when I understood, fuck, every month we're having some kind of contraction pain, and it's called menstrual pain.
Ha. You're
Let this
comparing
simmer
it to
with you a little
labour.
bit.
Yeah, what?
Yes, I didn't know it feels like the labor pain
I didn't
because
know this.
see, no one, oh,
What?
actually, they don't say it because if we say this menstrual pain is compared to the labor pain to a certain extent, because labor
Right.
pain can get much more, then maybe women are scared of going through labor, or I'm undermining labor pain. How dare I compare it to
Oh,
menstrual pain?
yes. I think that one's probably more likely. How dare you? Yeah. But
Yes.
it's awful, isn't it? It's not fun having period pain. Everybody has a different level of pain, I think, but
Some don't.
wow, yeah. I'm jealous.
And I think I remember my brother used to look at me. He was also a teenager. I'm in this agonizing pain, crying and like screaming, I want this pain to go away. And he's looking at me, telling to my mom, I remember this one time, shouldn't we take her to the hospital? He was
Mm.
concerned. What's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on? And my mom told him, no, no, it will go away in a few hours. It's normal. And I don't blame her. Yes, it's normal. I only
Well,
think
screaming in pain,
that,
you think that's normal? Really?
yes,
That's not
in the
normal.
Lebanese culture, even here in the Netherlands, I really met a woman doctor, woman hormonal doctor. And she explained to me that we don't have to go through this pain. There are ways with vitamins, supplements, and some holistic,
Right.
probably, preparation to not go through this pain. Or there is something in our body that needs more attention than other to reduce the pain. But these all are talks of, they're not even now in practice. And this episode
Hmm.
might seem boring to some people, but I'm telling you, we have also to educate our boys to understand what menstrual
Oh,
pain is
yeah. How would
so
you
they can
describe
support.
it? How would you describe it to someone who hasn't experienced it?
Mm. Okay, before the pain comes, we feel it. We feel it in our mood.
Mm,
We're not, they call us she's bitchy. Oh, she's gonna have her period, so don't talk to her. On the
mm,
contrary, we have to teach the environment around us to embrace that person who's going through this hard menstrual time of the month. Remember, if we don't have this, we can't have children. And if we don't have
true.
children, the humanity will stop.
Mm,
This pain is there for a reason, and teaching the people around us how to care for the person. So when I want to describe this pain, I can say I truly, truly cannot stand on my feet.
mm.
I cannot stand up. And it's hard to explain it because if you didn't go through labor pain, I mean, I went through labor pain, I still can't explain it. It feels like my body is going into two pieces.
Wow, yeah.
And if I talk about this also not talked about. You know, we don't want women to be scared from labor pain, but it's so fucking painful.
Yeah.
No one wants his body to be split in two pieces. And this is the pain. The mood changes, but also the mood changes because we're scared of what's coming up. We know the pain is coming. We know we have to perform on our day. We have to go to work, put a smile on our face, and act like we don't have our period. Because if she says she has her period, oh gosh, she's so whiny. You're not
Oh,
the only one
right,
on earth.
right. I grew up not sharing when I was on my period. That's you can't talk about that. Oh my god. But why the fuck not?
Yeah. If you're at their office or wherever you're going to change your menstrual pad, hide it. No
Yes.
one
Oh my
should see
god,
that you're walking with
yes.
it.
Yes. Yes. It's
Yeah.
shameful. You gotta
Yes.
hide. That's
Don't
so
go
wrong.
swimming if you have your
Mm,
period. Well, which is awesome actually, because it stopped for a moment and then it comes back. There's nothing harmful in swimming.
mm,
Yeah, this thing about menstrual pain that it's only for women is also wrong. I strongly believe education should be for boys, for men. And if we give the title menstrual period, I'm sure not one man will watch. They will
I'm not
not
even
feel
sure women
concerned.
will listen, to be honest.
Yeah, then maybe
Don't
we have
know.
to give it a different title.
I don't know if there's an equivalent. You have to tell me. Some people here say Aunt Flo has arrived or has come to visit. Flow is in the flow of blood. So Aunt Flo is what some people say to refer to their period. Because it's uncomfortable
Yes.
to even say period or I'm menstruating or whatever. We have to use different words.
Why do you think it's such taboo to say I'm menstruating?
Don't know. I think it's just been socialized. This is very, it's gross. Ew. You're bleeding. Ew. It's part of the reproductive cycle. It's part of what makes us human.
Yes. Oh.
Mm.
I'm menstruating, so back the fuck off.
Yeah.
How about that?
You should have seen me, Roula. 2 days ago? When did I cancel on you? I don't remember. But I followed your etiquette, by the way, for cancelling because I rescheduled. However, on that day, I was furious. Okay. I was working on the van for hours and something just wasn't going my way. So I was working under the bonnet. So I grabbed the bonnet, I slammed it down really hard, made this huge bang, and I went, fuck this! Stormed into the van, slammed shut the door. Next day, I got my period, and I was like, oh, that might have had something to do with it.
Yes, I want to come back to this. That's a very important topic. I'll tell you how my menstrual pain is now that I turned 50.
Yes, yes.
I sit in my car sobbing, thinking of suicide, thinking that I have nothing to live for. I never had suicidal thought, never. I'm positive, don't think that there's a reason for me to make an end for my life. I'm mentally stable, I do the work. I don't have these thoughts, dark thoughts at all. And then these thoughts started after, I think, like a year ago.
Mm.
And the problem is, I don't bleed because I have spiraltio. How do you call it in English? The contraception,
The,
spiraltio.
what's the proper name? The T-bar thing. The
Yeah.
Marina, is it? I don't remember.
Yes, yes, that's the
Yeah.
brand. That's
Yes,
the
yes,
brand.
yes, that.
Okay.
Okay, yes.
Which means I don't bleed, so I don't
Yes.
know that it's not like, oh shit, I had my period, so that's why I wanted to kill
Right.
myself. And for days I go through this. And what I do is that I make a reason to leave the house because I just need to cry it out. I need to cry. I need to feel the pain, the darkness. Crazy, crazy, crazy shit is
And this
happening to
happens
me.
every month.
This was happening every month until.
Oh, until, yes, do share.
But also it was affecting my relationship at home because I'm
Yeah.
thinking of divorce. I'm
Wow.
thinking of leaving everyone and leaving the house, just get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Very dark thoughts. And then I had this conversation with my husband. No, he sat me down and he said, what's going on? Like,
Mm.
you are not this person and what's going on? And we talked about it. I told him that because every time I'm going through this, we're arguing, we're going through dark time, him and I together. And I think that this never gonna end. And after a few days, I'm fine. He's so fucking confused.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Mm.
So we had a conversation. I explained to him that I kept a journal and my findings is that this is how my period is expressing itself lately. I don't have
Mm.
much pain or no pain at all. I have dark thoughts. I feel that my life is shit. I need to get away. No one deserves me, all these kind of things. And we agreed on something is that when I feel these thoughts are coming, I go to him and I tell him, listen, I feel this is coming. So he can support me. And supporting me, we agreed instead of getting angry at me, turn his back, get offensive, get defensive, and argue with me. I told him I need love and affection and to know that you're there for me through these. I'm feeling a bit emotional actually.
Mm.
Of conversation.
Yeah. And I don't think this is something that many couples have had the conversation about.
No, because women, I take myself as an example. We must face this demon in our thoughts, in our hearts, we must face it and accept that it's temporary. It's just a few days, it's gonna go away. We should not ruin our life and our marriage based on it. And openly talk about it. The fear, Rosie, I'm coming back to what you said, that you slapped the door of the car, and if people see you behaving like this, they think you're such a shitty character person,
Yes, yeah.
dangerous to be around. Even though, despite how much we feel awful during period, the rate of prisoners men is higher than women. Because I think every woman in her month period, she can commit murder. And yes, it can be held against you that you are
Yeah.
that person.
And keep yourself under control.
Yeah, that's a
Like,
tough one.
control
You
your
need some
emotion. Your
support
husband
system.
didn't say to you, well, cut it out. That's not okay. What's wrong with you? Well, there was an expression of concern. This isn't like you. But
Yeah,
how did you figure out it was to do with your hormones and that it wasn't, for example, depression? Because suicidal
that's
thoughts, all
so
these things.
funny.
Mm,
Yeah. It's a little bit of life experience, but also because my daughter, she and I, we have our period at the same time.
mm,
At least that's what I thought when I used to have period pain. And then the fact that they completely disappeared out of nowhere, like that made me truly believe these are my hormones, this is my period. That's not me.
mm.
Because it's hard. Maybe you can relate to it. After you had your period, like that's you don't even remember whatever made you angry.
No, yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, your fuse is so short, or for me anyway. But,
Yes.
like, you must have thought you were going mad before you figured out what was happening.
Yeah.
That's really scary.
It was very scary. It was very scary. It's like, what the fuck is happening? Why am I? Who am
And
I?
and did you talk to your girlfriends about this? Like, is this a
No,
common thing? Yeah.
no, I didn't talk to my girlfriends because in that time, I didn't feel like talking to anyone.
Okay, yeah.
And the fact that I talked to my husband about it, I didn't need to share it any further yet because, and from that moment, we're managing it really greatly. When I feel I'm getting triggered, I tell him.
Yeah.
And I also know when my trigger is not, I'm not able to put the positive thoughts in my head, then I know I'm going through this period shit.
Yeah. This needs to be spoken about more. I wasn't I wasn't told about the change in hormones and how, like, I just knew, well, women get their period and they're really moody and they eat chocolate when they're on their period. That's
True.
that's the level of my education. Whoops. Why isn't this discussed? And hearing your experience, I'm going, oh, well, maybe now I can be aware of that. So when I go into perimenopause, if I start having these thoughts and feelings, I might go, oh, hang on. Roula said she went through something like this. I wonder if it's that.
Yes.
Did anyone warn you?
No, no, no one warned me. But I'm reading a lot about perimenopause, and this hormonal doctor talked to me also about menstrual cycle because I was asking her for my daughters, how can I support them? Is
Mm,
there anything, um, any vitamin that's good to take throughout the month, supplements so that they have less pain with their period? She explained the whole process and explained a lot to me. She gave me a good lesson. And what's very important, Rosie, I would like us to really voice it very loud on this episode, is that yes, the woman is going through this, but it involves the family. And it's so
yes.
good to be considerate and loving and take things with a grain of salt in this period of time and this week. And for the woman to say, listen, I'm going to have my period. I'm feeling my fuse is short. I cannot have too much. support me. Because we don't ask for that. We are strong and we can do it. We don't need help.
Fuck. Yeah, and we have to go through it alone. But then I think the danger is if you're sharing you're on your period and maybe you can't handle as much right now, do you think people are going to use that as an excuse?
Yes, because they're not used to be compassionate and accepting and understand the process. So yes, they use it. And it's on us to educate them in a kind and positive way.
Okay. Frick. This is a big topic. This has been a longer episode because I think there's a lot of layers.
True.
And you shared something really deep, and I just want to say thank you for being so brave and vulnerable. Like you've put that out there, and I'm sure there will be women listening, people who menstruate as well, that go, fuck, I've been through that. I'm not crazy. I'm going through that.
Yes.
You don't have to be alone.
Half of the population go through it. Our kids, our daughters are growing and they're going to have their menstrual pain. Our boys are growing and they need to understand the process so they can, at a very young age, support the women in their life, the sisters, the mothers. They should not see it as a weakness. They should see it as a blessing. And how can they contribute in making this difficult time pass?
Yeah, it's part of the human connection. It happens, roughly every month. Obviously, it's different for everybody. Or maybe that's not obvious to some people who don't know. So why do we not embrace it as part of who we are and how we interact with people? This needs to change.
Yes. Let's carry our period with a badge of honor. Share it. And you know what, Rosie? I think I know what title we're going to give this episode.
What title?
How menstrual time is connection time.
Ooh. Oh. I like it. It's
such a risky one.
We're risky. We're always risky. Let us know, everyone. What are your thoughts on periods? Have you been through something like Roula? Do you keep your period a secret? Is it painful?
And for the guys out there, how do you feel when the woman in your life has her period? And what do you like to do to know more so you can support her?
All right. Catch you in the next one.
Thank you.
Bye. If you got a kick out of our conversation today, can you pretty please hit the follow button and share it with another opinionated person? This is the easiest way for you to support the show. It also gives Roula and I the motivation to keep
I have to stop you there. Stop telling people what to do. If they like to follow the show and share it, it's totally up to them. Guys, please, can you help us follow and share the show? Thank you so much. See you next time.
Said.